What's going on, Meta fam? And today's video is going to be a recap of one of my older videos where we have Wes Christian talking about the motherload of naked shorts and a lot of great valuable information to keep you bringing back the history of this little bit of why we are in control of this. So hope you all enjoyed today's video. Enjoy. What's going on, Meta fam? We are here in today's video to remind you of the potential of what this play has to bring, and there's a little bit of facts thrown in this baby as well. So first, I just want to touch base real quick on our buddy Paulus Greatest here, Paul T on Twitter, and the estimated value. I'm going to come back in a separate video and go over this full in detail, but just a quick rundown. Dividend per share on a non-taxable event, that would kind of be like if we switched Nextbridge shares for like a leading oil company. Average on Nextbridge would be $60.14. If it was a taxable event, we would get about $46.61. Keep in mind, these values are strictly based on the fair market value, not including the FINRA fraud that is going on and how they robbed us in the market. This is just book value asset-wise here. Now, Paul has shared Liz's post from back in January. These posts here
wasn't here. And
is ones we
I
need
tell you
to
what, I'd love to
revisit again and hear it right directly from the horse's mouth. That's right, where Wes Christian confirmed. It is the motherload of all naked shares. That's right, Mr. Wes Christian. So we're going to focus this video around Mr. Wes Christian and what we got to show here. And like I said, this is keeping you motivated, keeping you positive. I know our shares are sitting there with zero balance and we're waiting and we haven't got no answers. But this is to remind you of what these market makers and what these broker dealers and what the FINRA did to us is totally wrong. And we are in control here. So let's listen to this clip right here. So first, shout out to Paul for retweeting this and bringing this back to the attention. A huge shout out to Liz Huffman for having this clip for us to watch. So I'm going to deactivate my camera and we're going to focus on this clip and listen to it, guys.
Isn't here. And Wes, I tell you where I'd love to start. The motherload. We basically have been waiting for a day or two for John Berta to be posting his press release. We know it's coming, like, I think while we're actually speaking together, but he said we can already talk about it. Which is basically that there is a number of shareholders who are now taking action. Do you want to just share what's the action that John Bird has taken on MMTLP and what that now means for all of the shareholders?
Yeah, so John Berta, through a company Flamethrower, has decided to hire our team. Our team, of course, consists of Warshaw Bernstein, our firm, and a bunch of top-notch, experts, economists, other people, regulatory people that have been on our team for some time. And what we're doing is, in essence, doing due diligence on every aspect of this transaction, which, started out with Torchlight into Meta, then the preferred A shares, ultimately converting into shares of the private company Nextbridge. And I can already tell you, as I alluded to in my conversation with you previously, that I believe we're going to find that this is one of the motherloads of difference between real shares and counterfeit shares. And so ultimately,
you heard it, the motherload of counterfeit shares.
I think the press release is going to be issued today regarding them hiring us. Obviously, I can't talk about specifics because that's privileged or anything that we've talked about with the client, but we have been hired. Our team is deployed and we're in the midst of analyzing all this, which I think will be ultimately culminate in one or more lawsuits. And what the nature of those lawsuits is, or nature of those lawsuits are, will ultimately be determined by what evidence we come up with.
Yeah, and
So there you heard it. Straight from the horse's mouth, guys. Couple key points out of that there. one or more lawsuits, depending on what they find in this discovery of looking through the motherload of counterfeit shares through Torchlight, through MMAT, through MMTLP, into Nextbridge. They're going to go back and go through this whole freaking history and pull this bad boy, and get it all out here in the open. And people's going to be exposed. All right. Also here, another clip that Paul had shared from Liz Huffman. And this was on a Twitter space, it appears, where our buddy Edward on Twitter asked Roger Hamilton the Motherload question to Roger Hamilton's space. So let's go here, which we already know because Wes Christian there confirmed with Roger Hamilton. But this is where we have a retail investor asking Roger Hamilton, which he's the CEO of GNS stock. So let's listen to this clip here.
Mentioned specifically the Motherload of Naked Short. Was that directed specifically to MMTLP, or were you talking about multiple companies at the same time?
Okay. And what I would say is you could say it both ways, all right? There's it's referring to MMTLP, and there's no question that there is a motherload of naked shorts there. So that's absolutely, I believe, the case that is part of what Wes is referring to. There's another part.
So, no doubt about it. Case closed. It is the motherload of all naked shorts. You heard it right there from Roger himself. I wanted to take a peek of these clips. Okay, there wasn't no more video there. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you for Liz for having these on here. And we probably covered this in previous videos, but it is so hard to remember all this that happens. So thank you to Paul for resharing this. And if guys, you have any of the old clips, which I say we can go back and watch all the old videos, but if you have them, tag me on Twitter. I'll go through and check all my tag stuff here on Twitter. And that way we can reshare this to keep people motivated and know what they did was totally illegal in this situation. Now we do got a little bit of an update. This is new. This is brand new. So Texas Bed here, Micah, has shared this here. Here's my conversation with Wes Christian's secretary on MMTLP. So I'm gonna take the camera down and we're gonna actually it's not in the way. So let's go here. It says, Mr. Christian, let's see, which order was these placed in? All right, let's just go from the first email here and go. So here's the receptionist replying back. Mr. Christian has been telling everyone 45 to 60 days. That's all the information I can offer at this time. This is the receptionist at Christian Levy Law Group. And Micah here says, thank you for your message. Can you give me an estimate on how long due diligence process will take? That's where they say it'd be 45 to 60 days. All right, here we go. And then this here was, thank you for your message. Can you give me an estimate on how long the due diligence process will take? And here it says, Mr. Christian has read your email and said that there is nothing to advise until they complete the due diligence regarding the shares of all shareholders. He says you'll just have to wait. I know that is not what you wanted to hear, but it's good that they are replying to people, which is really good in my opinion. And just going back here to this, I do believe that this here is a pretty fair market value for probably what it's worth as it sets. Somewhere between that $46 to $60 range. Could be a little bit more than that with the natural gas and all. But would this, well, I think it ain't no would. This more than likely probably would have went a heck of a lot more if FINRA would have did their jobs and forced shorts to cover in those last two trading days. Because you're technically legal, not allowed to hold a short position in a private company. So I hope those clips lift your spirits and remind you, man, it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. Catch you on the next video, guys. Peace.